I'll let it slide. I'm not dictating, I'm protecting. You have no business buying a rundown pit and pouring your financial foundation into it. You need to be in a safe home in a place where you have family and friends. I walk the room, running my hands over the walls and wainscoting, my mind drifting to the hope we can keep some of this original charm. He rambles on with the same argument I've heard many times since announcing my relocation. I may be a 34-year-old professional woman who's been out of my parents' house since I entered college at 18, but my dad and brothers forget this when it comes to my decisions and freedom. I'm gazing out my kitchen window when he finishes his rant. I love you, Dad, but you're fighting a losing battle. I don't remember you having this much resistance when I stayed in Chicago. That's because you moved into a safe area, had a job with people to look out for you, and had friends nearby. You are all alone down there and living in a dilapidated old house that probably has squatters. The squatters took the second floor when I got here. That is not funny. His southern drawl booms through the line, and this time I laugh. I am fine. I have a few connections here, which hopefully will lead to friends. Stephanie is in town, and she's bringing Darby by tomorrow. Darby's husband, Pierce, is part owner of a construction company and has agreed to give me some advice and guidance. If he can't take on the project, he's got some recommendations. Once this gets underway, I'll figure out my next steps in my career. You have all the answers. Have you thought of the headache and mess of this renovation? Yeah, I chirp happily. That is the one thing that I'm looking forward to. He sighs long and loud, and I realize we've come to an impasse. For now. We'll come help. You don't have to do that. I will hire the best. Pierce Kendrick has an impeccable reputation. He won't steer me wrong. Maybe me or one of your brothers should be with you tomorrow. It's good to have a man by your... I dare you to finish that sentence. If you imply my gender puts me at a disadvantage, you'll be digging a hole you can't crawl out of. I can understand you're being protective and it means the world that you're concerned. But I can handle myself. Don't get on my bad side. Damn it, Ashlyn. I am only trying to look out for me. I know and love you for it. But back off. I'm in this for the long run, and tomorrow will give me an idea of what I'm facing. It'd be great if your next call was less grumpy and more supportive. Your mama and I are coming down there in a few weeks. That should give you enough time to meet with this guy and see how much he's going to rake you over the coals. I want to argue that their visit is too soon, but I don't. The drive from Chicago and the stress of the last few weeks have caught up with me. Dad and my brothers have been overly vocal with their opinion of what they refer to as my snap decision. But if they come, maybe that will help ease them into this change. As long as you understand I don't have a place for you to stay, you are welcome to visit. Leave the attitude in Atlanta. He huffs again, and this time it's softer. I will ask one more time for you to consider staying somewhere until you gauge the safety and security of the neighborhood. At least until you can get new locks on the front and back doors. You know I did the research, and this area is safe. However, that's the first thing on my list tomorrow, Dad. Promise. Call us in the morning. Your mother worries. Will do. Love you. We hang up, and I roam throughout the large rooms with visions of what this house will look like when it's done. There are stacks and stacks of ideas, drawings, and color schemes I've been working on for how I picture this place coming together. I am no professional, but once I started researching remodeling older homes and matched my tastes, it came together. My dad is right about one thing. I'm practically all alone here. Thank goodness for Stephanie. Stephanie Langley was a great friend while we were in law school at the University of Chicago. She returned to her hometown of Charlotte to practice law. I stayed behind, taking an opportunity at a large firm. She and I kept in touch through the years, most recently with texts and emails. But when she called a few months ago to tell me she was attending a conference in Chicago, I immediately decided to attend. My plans to relocate to Charleston were already in motion, and when she found out, things turned around. The first thing she did was fill me in on her best friend Darby reconnecting and eventually marrying Pierce Kendrick. I'd met Darby years before and knew of their torrid history. Their getting back together was a beautiful story. Then Stephanie put me in touch with Evan Graham. Evan is a portfolio...